All right, good morning, everybody. What is going on, everyone? Welcome, my friends, to what should be a fun streaming week, as long as everything goes according to plan. Let's put it that way. What's up, everyone? I'm back. Yesterday was my day off for the week, as random as that was, because I don't think I've ever had a Friday as a day off during a week ever. Um, at least in recent memory, right? And the festivities have begun. In fact, hold on a second, because I should have done this before. What I need to do is set up this camera for extreme close-up, but what I can do is zoom out and show you guys what the decorations look like. That should be my close-up right there. See? No. There you go. But what I should do is show you guys the decorations that we have for this year, because it's very different. See this? All right. It's not centered, but who cares? So here's our setup for this year. And this is going to run for the week. Basically, I'm going to have these decorations up for 1 week, even if it's past my birthday by a day or two. Again, I don't know my streaming schedule yet. Okay, I don't know yet for the rest of the week yet, but I should soon. In fact, my wife texted me and said, yes, she got the schedule. I don't think she's happy with it, but she got her schedule for the week, and she'll tell me later today when she gets home from work. So once we get that information, I'll let you know how long this streaming week actually is. But this is my crazy setup for this year. We've got multiple balloons. We've got whatever the hell this thing is right here. And whatever the hell this thing is right here. Right? Pretty cool. Very different than what I used to do. Because remember, I used to have the love seat in here. And because of that, there was limited stuff. So I would hang banners on the wall behind me and have like regular like latex balloons on it. But this year we want to do something a little different. We wanted to basically do some variety. Now, you may notice the balloons are moving. That's because my fan is on. And I just noticed this morning I turned on the fan to cool down the office. Oh, those balloons are going to be moving constantly when the fan is on. There's really nothing I can do about it. They're helium balloons, so they'll stay inflated for the week. Helium balloons usually don't go down in inflation until like a week or two passes. So it should be fine unless somehow one of them pops, which I guess could happen. So anyway, here's the setup. This is what we will have all week. And just to show you, this is what it looks like on camera. Hold on. That's what it looks like on camera. It looks pretty cool. There's a good variety of stuff around me. And again, very different from what I would usually do, right? It would just be kind of stationary stuff, and it would be very basic stuff. This is, honestly better because we have so much room. I have this stand here to my right. To my left, I have a couple things I could stack things on, so it makes it a little bit better, I feel. Okay. Good stuff. All right. So anyway, guys, welcome to the streams. And yes, this is my special birthday celebrations begin today. When contributions come in, I actually have a little party horn to blow. I bought more party horns because I've had party horns over the past couple of years. I bought new ones, brought them home only to find out they don't make noise. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I bought a bag of party horns that don't make any noise. So what's the point of blowing a party horn that's silent? It's not much of a party horn. So I do have one here that does play noise. I'm not going to blow it until if a big contribution comes in, blow a nice party horn and all of that. Now, this will last, like I said, all this streaming week, building up to Tuesday. Tuesday is the big marathon on my birthday, and we'll talk about that in a moment because I'm going to talk about all the schedule for this week. And then we'll go from there, okay? But anyway, I hope you guys had a good day yesterday, whatever it is that you did away from my streams, because I was not here. Yesterday was a fun day, but a very busy day for me. My wife and I were out pretty much like 7-8 hours straight, running around doing stuff all day long. And it's funny because I always tell you guys, it's a little annoying because on my day off I have to do errands. In particular, I always have to do my grocery shopping on my day off. So some people are like, oh, but that's no big deal. I'm like, yeah, except that it takes like over an hour. And people are like, what? Over an hour to grocery shop? Yeah. In reality, it does take all of that. If you actually have to get a bunch of stuff for your household, you're not just shopping for yourself. And if you're going on a busy day like I was, like yesterday, Friday, I haven't gone grocery shopping on a Friday probably since I lived in Connecticut by myself. So probably like a decade. And it was so effing busy at the grocery store. So it took me, I'm not even kidding, it took me about 45 minutes just to go through the store and get all the stuff that I was shopping for. Keep in mind, this week was a little bit of a heavier shopping week because I had to get the ingredients for my birthday cake that my wife is going to make me. But then on top of that, I had to get into line, and guess how long it took me to check out? 35 minutes. Yes, the grocery store was packed with people, and I had to wait in line 35 minutes just to check out. Then I had to come home and unpack all the groceries and everything. So, I'm not kidding. It took about 2 hours to do my grocery shopping. Isn't that fun? First thing you do on your day off, right? Your one day off a week, go spend 2 hours grocery shopping. It stinks. But what can you do? It's life, you know? But that's what people say, oh, Phil, you just exaggerate. I'm not exaggerating anything. That was how my day started. I woke up. I said, all right, honey, I'm going to go grocery shopping. You know, you start getting ready for the day because we're going to go out when I get home. And it took me fucking 2 hours. Sucked ass. You know? And by the way, no, you're right. I'm not the only one. But this is the thing, that a lot of people who watch my streams just seem to live in some fantasy world. Likely because a lot of people who watch my streams are younger. You don't have responsibility. You don't have to do big grocery shopping for a household. You know? You don't do this stuff. So you just assume, oh, you're just like running to the corner store and buying a bag of stuff and coming back in 15 minutes. No. Not even close. You know? That's not life. That's not real life. And that's when I say, oh, it's kind of annoying that on my day off I have to run errands. It is. I would like to, on my day off, sleep in, right? Get some extra rest. Wake up, you know, later on, and then be able to go out and have a fun day with my wife instead of having to run errands all day. But that's just life right now, you know? So anyway, outside of that, it still was a fun day. My wife and I had some good food. We did some, necessary shopping for things. And it was a good time. It was a good day out. And by the way, the weather was perfect. The weather was nice and cool. So it was like dead on what you would want for a day out like that. Like, it was a pretty pleasant day. I have no real complaints outside of the grocery shopping. I have no real complaints about the rest of the day. It was a pretty good day. So good stuff. And then when I came home, we decorated my office for this weekend. I was like, oh, that's fun. It was very fun. My wife loves to contribute in any way she can. That's why she buys me shirts to wear on the streams. That's why she helps me decorate for the streams. That's why she's going to make me a birthday cake, of which I'll have the first piece on my birthday stream. She loves that. It's a shame she can't be a part of the streams herself, but she tries to contribute as much she can outside of actually being physically on the streams. And I really do appreciate that. She's a very loving person who actually cares about me and my work and everything, and I appreciate that a lot. So, actually, Admin 1 from NEFX, he says, how many confetti guns are there? My wife, Kat, wanted me to get confetti. I was like, you know what a nightmare that would be? Number one, it would be all over my office. You know, how are we going to clean that up? And number two, that Jasper would be all over that. We don't want him eating confetti. So she wanted to do it. I talked her out of it. I said, we're not doing confetti. It's too dangerous. Truth is, I just don't want confetti all over my office. I have to fucking clean it up. Big mess. Anyway, so let's talk, everyone. Let's talk about the weekend. Let's talk about what's coming up, especially building up to my birthday celebration on Tuesday. Let's also talk a little bit about gaming news, some hot topics. But before we even get any into that, I just want to say I wish DMX the rapper a recovery, a good recovery. I don't know if he's going to have one. The news is grim this morning. For those who don't know, DMX, famous rapper from the late 90s and 2000s, apparently had a severe overdose of we're assuming drugs. You know, no specifics in the media, but apparently he had a severe overdose and he's in the hospital. And some people are saying that he's okay, and some people are saying he's brain dead. That's terrible, because I've talked about DMX over the years. People have said to me, you know, who are some of your favorite rappers and stuff. I was like, honestly, DMX, I feel, was the one guy during that insanely popular time, late 90s, early 2000s, when rap was like exploding in popularity in the mainstream. I always felt that DMX was the one genuine dude. Like, the way he performed, the lyrics in his songs, not to say that the lyrics were good. I mean, a lot of them were terrible things he was saying, but you could tell that these were true to the life that the guy lived. Unlike a lot of the other people who were just saying shit to make money. Oh, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. But you know what they say? They say they're not real. They weren't real. They weren't really from the streets, or they don't really live that lifestyle. They just made that shit up to make a buck, you know, in their songs. But I always felt everything DMX said he lived, you know? You could feel it. It was like passion. It was passion in what he did. And, you know, I've talked about that over the years. And it sucks because, you know what? It's just like Scott Weiland, where Scott Weiland was an outstanding rock musician and frontman for Stone Temple Pilots. And he ruined his life with drugs and could never get out of it and ended up passing away from it. And it looks like DMX may be another tragic story of the same exact shit. That's fucking terrible, and it really upsets me. It does. It upsets me. People with talent, people with the raw ability to stir emotion in people through their talent. And then, you know, their lives are ruined because of substance abuse. It's fucking terrible. I really hope that DMX recovers, but the news is very bad. The news is like, they suspect that he's a vegetable and he's not going to come out of it, and that's terrible, man. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I actually really liked the guy as a musician. Not to say that his music ever coincided with anything from my life. Certainly it did not, but I don't think that was the fucking point. The point was that he's trying to relay to you an entire culture in America, how that life was through his music, and he definitely did that. So, I hope he recovers. I do. Did I ever blast DMX in my car? No, because I always was in my friend's car. My friend blasted DMX constantly. Okay. Alright, so guys, excuse me. Now, let's now talk about the gaming schedule. So today's going to be a really good day, I feel, and here's why. First of all, I'm excited to come back from my break. I always am. And today, it's multiplayer madness. What does that mean? I'll tell you. It's time for Call of Duty sniping craziness. We did this the last stream before I went on break on Thursday night. It was the first time ever I had picked up a sniper rifle in Black Ops Cold War. And I was getting kill streaks, and I was doing well with this thing. I don't know why. I mean, I concluded by the end of my 2-hour session of Black Ops Cold War on Thursday night, I was like, they must have made sniping way easy in this game. Because I remember it being much more difficult in previous Call of Duties when I actually used to play as much as I'm playing this one. And I tried sniping. I remember it being way more challenging, and this just seems to me like it's piss easy. Seriously. Like, I mean, I was kicking ass. You know, and people were like, I can't believe Phil's doing so well. We all suspected, especially because, you know, I haven't done it in this game yet, that I was going to be failing. But I was just fucking slaughtering. So, I don't know. We'll see today how it goes. Again, what I'll probably do, I'll either keep the LC-10 SMG as my main weapon, or maybe about halfway through the stream, if I feel like it, maybe I'll switch up and pull a shotgun. So I have a shotgun for up close, and the sniper rifle for long range. Maybe. The only problem there is mid-range, because then mid-range you can't really do anything. It takes too long to look down the sights of the sniper for mid-range, and the shotgun can't really do much damage from mid-range. It's a little frustrating. That's why the LC-10 I felt was a better choice. But I have been using the LC-10 for a bit, you know. So, Play Divinity Original Sin 2 says, why'd you take so long to listen to people telling you to snipe? I'll tell you why. Because I wanted to take it easy and I wanted to pace myself. People in this day and age don't understand pacing at all. They immediately want gratification of everything. Immediate. They don't understand that when you build suspense and when you slowly get to something, that it becomes more interesting than if you just do it immediately. And if I had started sniping at the beginning, I wouldn't have known the maps. I wouldn't have known the ins and outs of the game. And quite frankly, I feel that if I had actually started sniping first thing, I probably wouldn't be as good at it as I am right now, dominating the first time I tried it. You know, because now I know the maps. Now I know the setups. I know where I'll be able to get those sniping shots because I've been sniped for months, so now I can do it myself. You see? And in addition to that, again, oh, Phil, try shotgun. Phil, try sniper rifle. Phil, try an SMG. Phil, try the... If I'd done it all at once, we would have been done with this game in a month. Because I had it as a slow build, now we've got good stuff going on. You see, just think about the last 2-3 months I've been playing Call of Duty. Most people will be like, oh, I'm burnt out on the game. No. I've been doing melee weapons of variety. Then I went to pistols, right? Now I'm doing sniper rifle. I'm doing all this good variety of stuff. I haven't even touched LMGs yet, right? There's weapon classes entirely I haven't even tried yet. So that's the cool thing about Call of Duty, but you have to pace yourself. You don't just rush right into everything. You take your time, okay? So, I'm excited for today. A sniping stream where the challenges that I will set up with the channel points are going to be varied. It's going to be like, get a certain amount of kills, but also get a certain amount of sniper kills. So that's what I was doing. I was like, get 25 kills, but also out of those, 7 kills must be sniper kills. Likely I'll increase that amount because when I did this on Thursday night, I didn't think I would get as many, and then I ended up getting like more than half of my kills would be sniper kills. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting this many kills. That's what I mean. I really do feel like they dumbed down sniping, at least maybe for the console edition. It just seems way easier. It does. It just seems like they made it way easier to get insta-kills with the sniper rifle. It used to be much more difficult. Keep in mind, I'm talking about going all the way back to Call of Duty 1 and 2 on PC. I used to play with keyboard and mouse and snipe. And that was, in Modern Warfare 1, I used to actually snipe. I did. In Modern Warfare 1, I would find good places to camp and just sit there and try to snipe across the whole map. So, I'm excited for today's Call of Duty stream. I really am. And keep in mind, if a big contribution comes in, I'll blow a party horn to look like an idiot, but it's fine because it's my birthday week, festivities, and it's all part of the fun. Okay? Now, later tonight, it's going to be a late night stream of Street Fighter at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Now, that's fun because we get to throw down with people from all over the globe. When I say that, I basically mean just people in the United States because I doubt anyone else even plays this collection. We're going to see how it goes because usually I play this on Friday night, but Friday was my day off this week. So I'll be curious to see how much competition is available on a Saturday night. You would think Friday, Saturday night's like prime time for this thing because it's like weeknights, So we'll see. Hopefully, there will be good connections and lots of fun to be had. I hope. We'll find out later tonight on the late stream. Okay? Now, tomorrow, we are going to continue on with Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. And last time around, I had reached the 1, 2, 3, 5, the 6th stage so far, and I almost beat it. The thing about the 6th stage, it's much shorter than the other stages that I've done previously, but there's no more checkpoints in the game. You have to go right to the boss. And I've gotten through more than 2/3 of the stage. I've gotten to the last third of the stage before the boss, but I haven't gotten through it yet. I feel that tomorrow, hopefully, we will make that progress. All right? See the boss, maybe even get to another stage. Then tomorrow night, Sunday night, it will be Fall Guys on the late stream, which I'm excited for. Hope you guys will join me for that. That's my weekly Fall Guys stream. We're back to it being only once a week. All right. Monday will be the continuation of Divinity Original Sin 2. And Monday night is up in the air. It could be Genshin Impact or it could be Call of Duty. Likely, I'm thinking you guys might want Call of Duty. I mean, let's face it. Like I said, the Genshin streams are really filler streams. And I've been doing so well in Call of Duty and enjoying it so much, I probably want to do more. I guess we'll see. So, that's Monday. And then Tuesday, finally, guys. Tuesday is the big birthday celebration. Let's talk about Tuesday, April 6th. First of all, a marathon. It will not be a standard stream. It'll be a marathon-style stream. All right? And during that stream, I'll be playing Super Mario Bros. 1 and then the Lost Levels. They're both on the Nintendo Switch under their online service. If you pay for the online Switch service, you get access to them. And the way we're going to handle it is it's going to be a challenge run where I'm going to be challenging myself to do, things in it that are very difficult. Like beat a whole world with 1 life. Or beat a certain stage within 30 seconds and not dying and stuff like that, you see? And you guys will be wagering your channel points on whether or not I can complete these accomplishments all day long. So I'm sure there will be many channel points won and lost. I get the feeling originally it'll be easy. Like the first maybe couple of hours will be not as hard. But once we get to the later stages of Super Mario Brothers, and then once Lost Levels, oh my god. Once the Lost Level starts, okay, that's going to be very interesting. Because that game was so difficult that the Japanese game developers decided they would not release it to Western audiences. It's too hard. Instead, they made a whole different game, Super Mario Brothers 2. Which is crazy when you think about it. So, we shall see what happens. That's the gameplay of the stream. But then, during that live stream, because we hit the Tier 3 subs goal for the month of March, I'll be wearing jeans the entire stream. It's the first time I've ever done that. That is correct. And then in addition to that, during that live stream, at some point, I'll be having a piece of birthday cake to celebrate my actual birthday. That'll be cake my wife makes me, and that's going to be the first time I have a piece of it. I'm excited for that. And then on top of that, at some point during the stream, there's going to be a live episode of DSP Tries It. I know what it's going to be, but I'm not going to spoil. Okay. And then on top of that, there's going to be a special reveal during the stream. All right, pretty cool. And maybe even more. I have a lot of stuff planned. I do. I have a lot of stuff planned coming up for the birthday event. So I hope that you guys will join me all day long on Tuesday. It's going to be a momentous day. Perhaps the best stream I've ever put out. Certainly it'll be the best stream I've ever done on my birthday. Perhaps the best stream I've ever done in history. We'll see. We shall see what happens. All right? So, very nice. Very nice. And now Expand Dong gets timed out for being stupid. Seriously. You got a bunch of people here listening to pre-stream. Oh, this is interesting. We'll learn about what Phil's doing this week. And he has to say, oh, everyone should just skip the pre-stream. Come on, join me. All right, you can skip it because you're timed out. So now you're forcefully have to skip it. There you go. Maybe now you can learn to act like a normal person, not an asshole. Okay. So there you go. Ladies and gents, I'm excited for Tuesday. Now, as for the rest of the week, I have no idea what my schedule is after Tuesday. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear from my wife. Like I said, my wife apparently got her schedule, and she's going to tell it to me later today when she gets home from work. So I guess we're going to see. I don't know what the schedule is at all. What I hope is that maybe I have a day off either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. That would be my hope. But if they made it like Saturday, this is going to suck. Because it seems like every day they're pushing back her day off another day. And screwing up the schedule so bad. I don't want a day off on Saturday. Seriously, that's like the worst day to have a day off. It's too busy. Too many fucking people out. And it's going to be a major pain in the ass to do anything. So I hope not, man. But I guess I'm just going to have to fucking live with it. Alright, what are you going to do? Alright, anyway. It is what it is, everybody. So I'll let you know, maybe even as early as later tonight on the Street Fighter stream, what the schedule will be for the rest of the week. I wish I could tell you now. I can't. Alright? What I can tell you is, there's new games coming out in April for the first time in many months that I'm excited for. On April 6th, my actual birthday, Star Wars Republic Commando is being remade for modern consoles, and I'm interested in playing that. Okay? Now, also, there's a new Oddworld game coming out, and it is free for PS Plus users. However, I'm not going to play it at launch. I'm going to save it. We're going to play it at a future date. Alright? Later on this month, we got MLB The Show, which I'm going to talk about a little bit on this pre-stream because I'm a little frustrated. And you guys are going to find out why in a few minutes here. But in addition to that, we've got Nier Replicant and then Returnal. So those are the major releases for April. And of course, we're going to be balancing those on my ongoing playthroughs, such as Divinity 2, Danganronpa V3, and Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Okay? So, that's good stuff. Alright? It's going to be a good month coming up. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a good vibe about April. I'm also feeling like at some point during this month, alright, we should definitely get information about the games coming out this year. Games like the new Horizon, the new God of War, Elden Ring. I hope soon we're going to get information. We need information about these releases. We do. And they're being so stingy. So hopefully we can get some information at some point this month. Okay, guys? Alright. Good. Alright, outside of all that, I don't have much else to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to say is thank you for being here. Thank you for your support in advance. As you know, I'm an independent streamer. I don't get any sponsorships. I don't get paid by Twitch or YouTube or anywhere to stream on their services. All of my funding and the way I make a living is through your crowdfunding. You guys tell me that you like the way that I make content, and because of that, you support the streams, and that's how I make a living. Cheering, subbing, tipping, they're all greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance to anyone who considers contributing today. In addition, I want to give a shout out to the patrons. I don't usually do this, but, you know, it's the early in the month, and the patrons who are pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil, you know, their pledges just cleared. And, you know, that helps, as you know, it's a little bit every month, and it helps a lot. So thank you to those who are still patrons of mine as well. FYI, I processed all those perks and sent private messages and everything to the patrons, so that should be all set for the month, okay? So all that being said, guys, thank you in advance for any contributions, all right? The particular this week, tips would help a lot, because always the first week or two of the month are the heaviest for bills for me. Everything comes due, including my car payment, the stupid dues for a condo in Connecticut that I'm stuck paying even though it's being foreclosed on, my dues for the condo here, my internet bill, All that stuff all has to clear within like the first week and a half of the month. So tips right now would be preferred. If you could tip me, that helps more. By the way, I'm not saying, hey, you want to cheer, you want to sub, that all helps too. You know, but tips in particular would help a little bit better. As you know, we have tip goals in effect. To raise $50, I'll put on my Gunner glasses. For $100, I'll put on a vest of your choice. And since this is this new streaming week, we'll just hit the reset button and make all the vests eligible. All right, so the beige, the blue, the red, the platinum, the camo, all eligible for today. I mean, I am playing Call of Duty, so maybe people tend to pick the camo during Call of Duty streams, but we'll see what happens today. Okay, let's see. Okay, and a few tips. If you are someone who likes my content and you're regular to the streams, there's a few tips I like to give to try to help you protect yourself online. Number one, I strongly recommend you do not use a name on Twitch TV that you use elsewhere. Meaning, if you have social media accounts or other websites, I recommend you use a totally different name on this website because there's someone who doesn't like you. They just may be a no-life loser who goes across the internet trying to find you on other sites and harassing you. In addition to that, I strongly recommend you close direct messages, all right? You really should close direct messages on Twitch, or at least make it so that only people on your friends list can send them to you. Reason being, I've had people who have told me over the years, Phil, wow, I contributed for the first time. Immediately, I got like 5 direct messages from trolls harassing me. And yes, that's very unfortunate. These people are no-life losers, so you're going to want to have to make it so they can't do that. All right, they will abuse that for sure. Now, if you are going to tip me today, which, again, that's preferred method of contribution for today, if you could help out, I do recommend that you create a verified PayPal account. A verified PayPal account means that you link your personal identification information to said account so that they can prove you really exist. That prevents fraud. Because if someone actually tried to tip me and then did something fraudulent with it, they'd be legally responsible because they're a real person who actually gave the real information. The reason I require this to accept someone's tip on a stream is very simple. It's because I had so much fraud against me over the fall when I didn't have these protections in place that there was thousands of dollars involved that I lost. It was not a very good time. So please verify your PayPal account if you're going to tip me. By the way, you do not get doxxed if you verify your PayPal account. Whoever's saying that is a 100% bold-faced liar. They do not give out your personal information. If they did, you could sue them. Okay? So you don't have to worry about that. In addition to that, it helps you out because long-term, you can use it for other stuff. There's places on the internet you could buy and sell stuff, and if you have a verified account, you get added protections for it. All right? So strongly recommend doing that if you haven't. Okay? By the way, if you do try to tip me and you're not verified, chances are I can't accept it. There been a couple exceptions here or there, but in the most part, I have to refund those tips, and it really sucks. Okay? Now, in addition, in order to help streamline my streams, if you're someone who regularly tips, all right, I strongly recommend you create a code word that you use during your tip message that you send me, so that way I know it's really you. Because sadly, there are people out there who are stupid, and they try to impersonate my regulars on the streams, and then make me think that it's a real tip and it's not. Okay? Or, excuse me, they'll send a tip and they say something nasty. Like, whoa, why would that person say that? Someone that would never, that's someone who's a regular positive person on the stream. So you see what I mean? By having a code word in your tip message, I can trust that it's you, and that saves me the time of having to see if it's a verified tip and see if it's really you or not in my PayPal. Okay? So thank you in advance for any contributions. Thank you for your support. All right? Let's get to some quick news that I want to talk about. The first piece of news is about MLB The Show for this year, because it was just announced that the new MLB game, which I believe comes out around the 20th of this month, is for the first time ever cross-platform, meaning it's not just on PlayStation consoles, it's also going to be on Xbox consoles. And for the first time ever, PlayStation really fucked this up, in my opinion. It's going to be available on Game Pass, basically for free if you're a Game Pass subscriber, on any Microsoft console, Think about that. This has always been a Sony exclusive franchise. Always. So every year you got people buying it on PlayStation consoles, enjoying the game. This year, for the first year ever, it's on Xbox consoles, which already was controversial. Oh my god, a PlayStation exclusive studio making a game that's cross-platform. It's almost unheard of, right? But now, they basically trump it and say, Microsoft basically sticks it to Sony and says, well, if you got our Game Pass subscription for like $15 a month, it's free. You don't have to buy the game. Wow. I mean, that's basically a kick into the balls, in my opinion. because Sony wanted to make extra money, so they say, oh, let's port this over to Xbox. And Xbox says, okay, let's fuck their ass. Let's just fuck them right now. And show them, you know, because let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. That's crazy. Imagine if Xbox starts doing this all the time. Every new release that comes out that's cross-platform, Xbox just puts it right under Game Pass. So it's either pay $60, right, to own the game, individual games on PlayStation consoles, or just pay $15 a month and get a ridiculous amount of games under Game Pass on Xbox consoles. Now, here's the truth of the matter. Right now, I don't think it's a huge deal because it's only a sports game. It's not a giant AAA cross-platform release. In addition to that, right now, the availability of consoles is still ridiculous. You still cannot actively just go buy an Xbox an Xbox Series S or Series X. As much as, you know, people would like to say you can't. You still have to try to get it online. Everyone's trying to buy it at once. All sold out within 5 seconds. So, it's still a nightmare. Most people still have to buy them from scalpers if they want to be guaranteed that they can get one. All right? So, right now, it's still not a huge issue. There's still tons of people out there who want to play MLB. They don't own an Xbox Series S or X, so they're going to buy it on a PlayStation console anyway. Even though they're going to say, well, that sucks. The value isn't really there to buy it. I should be able to get it for the same price as people who are playing it on an Xbox, but, you know, it is what it is, okay? So it is what it is, all right? But for me, like, it is frustrating. You know, I wanted to get a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X at launch. I could only get a PlayStation 5. I couldn't get in on buying the Series X the way that they did it with the online ordering. It was like the middle of the fucking morning, right? And since then, there really has been no reason to own one. If you take a look at it, all right, the one game that was exclusive was Medium. That's it. There was like no other reason to own an Xbox Series X. So I purposely didn't buy one yet. I'm actually eyeballing maybe the end of the year. Because really, the first major game for me that I'm looking at it that's exclusive is Halo Infinite. I definitely want to play Halo Infinite when it comes out. So that's like about the time I'm going to want to get one. Okay? But admittedly, I'm pretty upset about MLB. Because I want to play it. I already told you guys, it's in my schedule. It's a chill stream game. I think it's going to be fun. We relax while I you know, play the game and we have good interactions. It's going to be, you know, once or twice a week just chilling in MLB at night. And now I have to pay I have to pay $70. $70. That's more than 5 times the cost of a monthly Game Pass subscription in order to have this game on my PS5. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Right? That's... Ugh. I'm frustrated. That's bullshit. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm stuck. I don't have an Xbox Series X. And like I said, I'm not going to go rush out and buy one now because there's one game where there's an advantage, you know? Now, here's the thing. Over the course of 2021, we may see a lot of games end up like this. Like I said, what if Microsoft says, fuck this? Every cross-platform game we're putting on Game Pass, we're going to completely just, like, spank Sony, right? I mean, I hate to say it, we could see a complete reversal of fortunes. If you remember, every console generation, things flip-flop. We had the PS2 Xbox era, and the PS2 absolutely dominated. But then we had the Xbox 360 PS3 era, and for the vast majority of that era, the Xbox 360 actually dominated. It did. It was the lead console. It sold more copies of games. It wasn't until the end of the life cycle of those consoles that PS3 really had caught up. You know? And then we had another reversal of fortune. PS4 absolutely dominated the Xbox One. And now we may see another flip. I mean, I agree. See, I agree with Zebras. It sounds like healthy competition. I'm okay. I'm all right with it. I'm upset that in this case, I'm going to be the loser. I'm on the losing end of the situation with MLB. But I'm all for it because, as they say, competition breeds innovation. If we don't have companies competing against each other, there's no motivation for them to do better, and therefore you get the same old shit and you get stuff that's not consumer friendly. Right now, Xbox Game Pass is appearing to be some of the most consumer friendly stuff we've ever seen in the history of console gaming. So I'm all for it. You know, what we don't want is another bloated situation where you get a game that comes out every year like Madden or Call of Duty, zero competition, so it's just the same rehash shit every year. See what I'm saying? Alrighty then. So that's one piece of gaming news. The other news is that Polygon has come out with an article this morning saying Twitch streamers are facing criticism for playing games on easy difficulty. Okay? And basically, the article highlights a particular female streamer who apparently says that she constantly gets flack from her viewing audience about choosing to play certain games on easy. The game that's in particular is Kingdom Hearts 3, where she was like having frustration trying to play it on normal. So she turned it to easy because she really wanted to understand the story, and the story is so effing convoluted that she was so confused. She was like, I don't even care about the fucking gameplay. I just want to try to focus on the story. So she plays it on easy, and a ton of people apparently were harassing her about it. And this opened up a discussion, all right, about, you know, streamers in particular, but I would say probably spanning all content creation out there that's gaming, about this mentality that if you're going to broadcast your gameplay on the internet, that you have to play it at a high difficulty. You have to always have it ramped up to challenge yourself. And if you don't do it, you're doing it the wrong way. And that's not right. Okay? You basically should be made fun of if you're playing games on a lower difficulty than what's considered the standard or norm. Or if you don't even challenge yourself and pick a harder difficulty than what's the default. Right? Because that happens with a lot of franchises too. So why am I talking about this? Because, honestly, this is something that's affected me over a decade. Since the day I started putting out videos on YouTube in 2008, I've heard this criticism. I've heard people telling me I'm doing things wrong. Why are you playing on normal? Because remember, for me, I don't play on easy. I play all games on what's considered the default difficulty. When I boot up a game and I'm staring at the menu, whatever is the default, that's what I play. Okay? Whatever it's set on at the default in the menu, that's what I play. That's why recently playing Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, it was on Legend difficulty to start. I'm playing on that because that's what the default was. Okay? So that being said, you know, I read this article and it's just like, first of all, I'm blown away that Polygon thinks this is news. This has been a long-standing thing among anyone who makes gaming content ever since Let's Plays blew up on YouTube over 10 years ago. You know, Let's Plays got popular on YouTube around 2009, 2010, probably reached their insane amount of viral height around 2011. After that, it stopped being about Let's Plays and it was more about edited style content and skits and things like that. But this has been over a decade, this has been a thing. Polygon thinks it's new. Seriously, like this article, you read it and Polygon is talking like, oh, this is like a new thing and here's a bunch of streamers that we talked about it. Like, what are you talking about? This has always been a thing. Over 10 years ago, dude, like, you fucking, it sounds like you had your head up your ass for the last decade. You didn't realize this was going on. I mean, it has been going on. And the thing is that there's two different schools of thought. One school of thought is, hey, people watch content creators for various different reasons, all right? And some people will watch a content creator because they actually want to see someone be challenged and they want to see someone persevere with overwhelming amount of challenge. They like seeing the fails, they like seeing the person suffer, but then they like seeing the person actually win in the end. And they feel that it's that struggle to survive that growth, right, that happens over the course of seeing a content creator playing a game on a harder difficulty. That's really the hook for them. But then there's another mentality of person out there, and their opinion is, you know, it's not about difficulty, it's about entertainment factor. And if you have a content creator who can entertain you, it doesn't matter what level of difficulty they're playing a game. It's not just about the game. It's about a combination of factors. It's about, yes, of course the game is always going to be a factor if someone's playing a game, but it's also about the personality of the content creator. It's about the interaction of that content creator with their community and how they make that a fun experience through interactions. And I would give you some examples here. There have been games that I played over the last few years that I would say I wouldn't consider them being anything overly challenging. Yet they've been really fun and successful games for me to stream, because I call them primarily interactive stream games instead of, challenge run or serious narrative playthrough games. You know what I'm saying? Just think about some of the chill games that I've had. So I call them chill games. I'm not playing those games because I'm trying to prove my mettle. I'm playing them because I want to have something to relax and talk with you guys while I play a game. Genshin Impact? Of course that's a chill game. That game doesn't even have an ending. Right? Minecraft? Talk about a sandbox game. Does it have an ending? I mean, technically, if you say fighting the Ender Dragon, I guess is the end. But again, there's so many games out there that they don't follow this set formula of you must have a massive amount of challenge you must overcome, and there is an ending. It's very different. So I basically just kind of shrug and say, I can understand both schools of thought. Because if you're watching someone play a game and they basically are in, you know what you call it? Baby zone. The baby zone mode of a game. It's literally holding your hand. There's zero challenge to it, right? That may not be entertaining for all audiences. I'll give you an example, all right? Kat and I last year were watching a particular content creator on YouTube play a Dark Souls game, all right? It was the first time this person had ever played the Dark Souls game, all right? They were struggling in the game. They were having a tough time with it, and it was entertaining to watch them try to figure out how to beat this Dark Souls game genuinely for the first time. Okay? But what did they do? They were reading the comments on their YouTube videos, and in the comments, someone literally spoiled how to make the game easier through a certain build. So they went ahead, and this is their first run. This is not like, this is my second, third run through Dark Souls. This was the first time they had ever played the game. They word for word listened to the instructions that the person in the video comments gave them and basically got a loadout that made them incredibly overpowered, and the rest of the playthrough was incredibly boring to watch because they just turboed through it, right? Now, here's the thing. If someone is genuinely playing a game and they discover something that's overpowered, and, that's okay because you can't fault that person. But if someone is actually being told, here's how to do it easy, that's kind of stupid in my opinion, all right? Now, here's the thing. If someone is booting up a game, and at the beginning of the playthrough, they're saying, just so everyone in my viewing audience knows, I'm playing this on easy. That's my choice. It's my choice to do it. If you don't want to see me play it on easy, you don't have to watch this playthrough. And if you still choose to stick around and watch that playthrough, and you harass that content creator, you are a grade A asshole. Because you're not entitled to any particular gameplay style. You're not entitled to any particular free content at all. That person can play the game however they want, and if you don't like it, go watch someone else who's probably playing it the way you like it. Don't sit there and just whine and fucking complain to everyone about that you don't like this. Well, then leave. No one tied you to a chair, turned on a fucking computer in front of you, and made you watch that playthrough. That was your own choice, and you're stupid if you stick around and torture yourself watching something you don't like. All right? So basically, the way I see it is this. It is every content creator's choice to play a game how they want. All right? You might want to play it on easy. You might want to play it on default. You might want to play it on a harder challenge run, whatever you want. Everyone has a different thing. Some people have different, what do they call it, a niche? Everyone has a different gap to fill in. Some people will always play it on the harder difficulty, and people like that and want to see more. Some people are more chill streamers. All I want to do is interact with my audience and have a game as white noise. All of that is acceptable. There is a place for everyone in content creation. You understand? It's not anyone's right to stand there and say, you're doing it wrong. How dare you do it this way? Okay? Now, here's the other thing, though. It's also, you have to live with the consequences of your actions. If you play a game on easy and you lose your viewing audience because people say it's boring, that was your choice. You know what I'm saying? Now, the good news is for me, I always play on default, and whatever the default may be. Some games I do challenge myself and play a little bit harder, but usually it's default. And usually over the years, I've retained a viewing audience. So I'm happy with that, all right? And there may be people out there say, I want to play a game however I want, but then my audience leaves. Well, then maybe you got to rethink the kind of content you put out. Maybe you're just not entertaining enough to retain said audience if you're playing on an easier difficulty, But that's to the individual. That is not a blanket thing. That's not, there's no generalized way to go about content creation, and therefore there should be no generalized opinion on, oh, it must be played this way or it's bad or good. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's entitlement. That's people who sadly have become so used to instant gratification with content being given to them on the internet that now they think that everything they want should immediately be given to them immediately. Oh, I want to see Darkside Phil play Sekiro on the hardest difficulty, only using a certain weapon, and using this and that. And if he doesn't do it exactly like that, he's a terrible content creator. No. Wrong. Actually, hold on a second. Oh. See, I didn't have the zoom. Hold on. I knew this was going to happen. Fuck. I knew it. Wrong. That's not correct. You don't get to dictate how people play and enjoy games. As long as they're having fun, that's the important part. Now, if they choose to make a living doing it, and if they can retain an audience and make money doing it however they want, that's even better. But it's not your place to tell someone how to play a game, and if you don't like it, tough shit. Wrong. Okay, very nice. All right. That's my take on the subject. But my other take is, wow, where the hell has Polygon been? This is supposed to be a mainstream gaming journalism site, and they actually think that a hot topic right now is that Twitch streamers are being criticized for playing games on easy. The same topic that was the hot topic 11 years ago when Let's Plays got big on YouTube somehow now is pertinent in 2021. Or maybe it was just a slow day and they decided to fucking put out a fluff piece. You know. That's games journalism for you, folks. All right, anyway. Now it's time for shout-outs. It's time for shout-outs, my friends. Thank you to those who've contributed already on stream today. Let's get this going. So, looks like I got a couple overnight tips. I got a $1.30 tip from Elon Just is complaining again, saying Friday's blank screen stream was boring. I don't even think your microphone was working. I didn't see what you were playing, but I'm sure the game was boring. Can you play something else? So obviously someone with this tip is taking a stab at Elon Just, saying that they're an overly negative person who says everything I do sucks. Kind of sounds familiar to the topic I was just talking about, isn't it? There you go. How about that? All right. Very nice. Thank you to whoever this tipper was. Now, the first actual tip of the stream came from Ghost of Hyrule, who tipped me $1.30. So let me get Ghost of Hyrule up on the leaderboard here. Oops, where'd the question mark still there? Get that out of there. Get that out of there. All right. So Ghost of Hyrule tipped me $1.30. Thank you for that, Ghost of Hyrule. It says the following. Do you watch UFC? It's the last real sport. It's not dictated by which team sells more or any kind of political views. Tons of good fights lately and coming up. No, I haven't watched UFC in a million years. I told everyone there were two periods I watched UFC. First was in the 90s before there were any rules. And it was like a sumo wrestler against a kickboxer. Pretty fucked up stuff. It was pretty brutal back then. And then after that, I watched it when the Ultimate Fighter reality show first debuted. I watched a little bit of UFC then, and that's it. I haven't watched any of it since then. Really don't have much interest in it. Thank you for the tip. J Bowler 21 has resubscribed for 30 months. Thank you, J Bowler, for 30 months of support. I really appreciate that. Jad F has done the first cheer of the day. That's 50 bits. Let's get Jad F, on the leaderboard. Had F. Boy, I can't spell today. Okay, Jad F says, MLB The Show 21 is free on Game Pass. Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to paraphrase. It's exactly what we talked about. It's the MLB The Show situation. And he is saying, do you think we're going to see a reversal of fortunes this console generation where Xbox will be on top and Sony will be, second? I don't know. It could be. I mean, let me put it this way. Once consoles are readily available, okay, it's going to come down to the games, I feel. Because I feel that Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are both going to perform well with running the games. The question is going to be which console is going to have the best exclusives. I think bang for your buck, it may be that the Xbox Series X is the best value. And you'll get more games for cheaper on that console because of Game Pass. But will they have enough exclusives to have people buy that console? Or are you going to be missing out on a ton of great exclusives if you don't own a PS5? That, I feel, is the question. And we don't know yet. We have no idea what's going on. So we can only speculate, and I'm not going to speculate all morning. Super Sly Gaming Cheers says the best DMX quote is, "I have blood on my hands with no remorse. I have blood on my dick because I fucked a corpse." That motherfucker was a real motherfucker. I'm telling you. I mean, I don't even want to speculate if that's true or not, but sheesh. Anyway, thank you for the cheer. Snow Carl cheered. He says, "Phil, welcome back. Happy birth week. If you have a successful, positive, engaging birth week, will you be able to invest in stream improvements?" I don't know. We have to see what happens this week. Like I said, we have to see what happens this week, see how it goes, and go from there. I definitely need a new laptop and a new chair. Those are the first two things I have to improve. So we'll see. But let's see how the week goes. Gaming Dad is cheering about some podcast that had Frederick Knudsen on it, who I don't care about. So thanks for the cheers. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, Space Jam remake trailer came out this morning. As expected, it looks not so great and should have never been made. Well, that sucks. I didn't see the trailer, so I will reserve any judgment until I actually see it myself. Golden Cole said a 55-bit cheer. He says, "Can you do your birthday stream with an extra wide camera angle so we can see the jeans the entire length of the stream outside of pre-stream and breaks?" Excuse me. On the birthday stream, I will likely have special segments that are zoomed out. I mean, there's going to be a DSP tries it. There's going to be a special reveal. There's going to be segments like that anyway. The entirety of the stream, no. I don't want to make the entirety of the stream. And by the way, I'm afraid that if I did up the webcam quality, that it may have issues. Like already I'm having issues with this browser fucking sucking up RAM on my computer, and I'm getting errors saying, "Oh, your computer's almost out of memory. You have to free up some memory or your computer's going to turn off." Like, oh, great. I don't want to do like HD webcam during gameplay segments. Okay? We'll see what happens. Timbo Slice Cheer said, "What happens if Tuesday..." Oh, wait a minute. Golden Colts was the top cheerer now. He did 55-bit cheer. Let me not screw that up. Let's get him on the leaderboard. Fuck. What's going on here? Oh, hey, buddy. He snuck in and he licked my toe. Haha, you stuck in. You're so quiet sometimes. Jasper is looking dapper. We got him a new collar for the spring. It's like brighter colors. He needed a new one. His other one was falling off and not staying on anymore. This happens like every 3 months with a cat collar, 3-4 months. The collar wears out, especially because he scratches his neck. He scratches the collar. So we had to get him a new collar. And by the way, my wife is working the entire afternoon today, which means that the office will be open and Jasper will be able to join us for most of the Call of Duty stream. Not the entire, but most of it. Okay? So anyway, Timbo Slice Cheer said, "What happens if Tuesday is your day off this week? We would change the day for the birthday party." Well, here's the thing. I mean, that would be fast. Like, I just had a day off, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday would be... I don't think that would happen. Even if that were the next day off, I probably wouldn't take that day off. I would wait for my wife's next day off, whenever that may be, and that would be our day off together, you see? So let's see what happens with my wife's... I have no idea. It's just pure speculation. There's no point to speculate about it when we don't know anything about it. All right? Snow Carl Cheaty says, "Why aren't carpenters called natural wood and rough work art creators? You know the YouTubers and streamers are called content creators." I have no idea. I think the problem is, for example, what would you call me? Am I a Twitch streamer? Am I a YouTuber? Am I an online gamer? Like, what am I? Because I stream exclusively on Twitch. I don't go to any other streaming site. But that content then goes right to YouTube. Arguably, you could argue more people watch me on YouTube than Twitch. I only get a few hundred viewers every day on stream, but thousands of people end up watching the videos on YouTube. So you could very well argue that I actually am more of a YouTuber than a Twitch streamer, but I focus more on the Twitch stream. So how could you even call me something or categorize me as something, right? That's why I feel people have more generalized the term and made it into something like, okay, content creator, you see? They feel that more generalized, it covers it better. That's why I feel that they did that. Big Papa Phil took me $1.30. I'm interested in becoming a Phil Insider. Is there a 1-900 hotline where I could learn all the hottest new insider DSP information for $1.50 per minute? No. It's $1.50 for the first minute, $4.99 for each additional minute. They used to have things like this all the time. In the 90s, this was all the rage. You needed the Nintendo tip line, right? Call into the Nintendo tip line, and most of them were scams, because the way it would work is you would call and get an automated thing, all right? An automated menu, and you would have to get through the menus. By the time you got through the menus, 5 minutes had passed. You've already played like $20. So just a standard call to this fucking thing was like $20. And it was funny too, because like I remember WWE had one, and they always on the TV shows they pretended like it was real. It wasn't. It was all pre-recorded shit. You weren't actually talking live with any wrestler. It was all bullshit. It was pre-recorded nonsense. So you'd call into like WWE or WCW hotline, spend like $25 just to hear like a pre-recorded thing of Macho Man saying, "Oh yeah, thanks for the money, brother." Pretty funny. I only called one once, and it was actually the Nintendo tip line. I don't remember what game it was for, but I called the Nintendo tip line, and it ended up being like a $20 bill, and I didn't get the tip that I needed. I didn't even get it. Okay. Anyway, Snow Carl Trudy says, I wanted to say, I think it's fun having different themed events, like your birth. Everyone's calling it the birth week now. Birth week, Christmas, Halloween. Trolls will shit on you if you do nothing and shit on you if you make an effort. Ignore them. You're absolutely right. If I didn't do anything special at all for anything, they would say, oh, Phil's a no-effort streamer. He doesn't try anything, right? Look at all these other streamers that do special things for their viewing audience multiple times a year. He's boring. It's just the same thing every day, right? So then I do festive stuff. Oh, I'm going to decorate for the week. I'll decorate for the month. We'll decorate and have some special stuff. You know, like I said, today, if a big contribution comes in, I'm going to do this. Ready? Prepare yourself. It didn't work. Hold on. Let me try again. There we go. I said I'll blow a party horn. Make a funny noise, right? Great. Except now he's like a 5-year-old. Okay, well, how about this? Fuck off, and I'll do what I want. Tough shit. CM Fools to me $4.20. He says, hey, pop quiz, Phil, what's the history of the Quiet Man? Actually, he said, no, what's the story of the Quiet Man? The story of the Quiet Man is that someone had the genius idea to make a game with no audible dialogue, but somehow thought that game would be good. And you know what? That idea might have worked if the game actually was good, but the gameplay is so bad that it doesn't matter. The game was terrible. The end. That's the story. All right. Total Score has resubscribed for 4 months. Says, I've been a fan since the early Bronze Age. Here for 3,500 more years. Still more to come. Thank you very much. Total Score. Timbo Slice cheered again. He says, Xbox paid Sony money to do this for Game Pass. They have to have publishers' permission to do it. Well, there you go. I can't imagine why Sony would think that this is a good idea. This is going to piss off a lot of people, I feel. Timbo Slice cheered again. He says, MLB 21 is playable on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the Series X, PlayStation 5, and just so you know, MLB was one of the highest-selling games on the PlayStation systems every year, so this is bigger news than you think. This could be the start of first-party games heading to other companies' systems. There you go. Jad F. cheered. He said, just a reminder for Game Pass included games MLB 21, NBA 2K21, FIFA 21, PES 21, Madden 21, NHL 21, Football Manager 21. Xbox is wiping the floor with Sony. Well, if you're into sports, I would say yes. For me, not so much. Like I said, MLB is probably the only sports game I'm even interested in this year. So, but hey, if you're into the sports games, absolutely. Ghost of Hyrule has tipped me another $1.30. He says, Xbox loses tons and tons of money on Game Pass every quarter. If you're losing tons and tons of money, that's not really changing fortunes. That's just people buying your thing just to play something for free unless they have a PC, then they have it anyways. I have not heard any news about Xbox losing tons and tons of money. Maybe it's just a case that they're not publicizing, but I have not heard that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying I just haven't heard that myself, so it's hard for me to comment on something when I haven't really heard about it myself, right? CM Fool is to me $10. That's the biggest tip of the stream now. Let's update this. Oops. Thank you, CM Fool. Let's see what he has to say. My grandma bought a 9-year-old cousin a PS5 and asked me what games to buy him. Call of Duty or Bug Snacks. I told her to buy The Quiet Man instead. You're the ultimate troll, CM Fool. You were the ultimate troll. Very nice. Oh, Polygon breaking news has tipped me $1.30. Says a YouTube algorithm will changes may cause problems for independent gaming channels. Then Polygon breaking news tipped another $1.30 and says Fortnite is taking the game world by storm. Then Polygon breaking news tipped me another $1.30 and says Blu-ray boasts 25 gigabytes on single layer discs and 50 gigabytes on double layer discs, while HD has only 15 gigabytes and 30 gigs. Will this spell trouble for the Xbox 360? All right. So that's 3 more tips right there. We're up to $20 in tips. Obviously, the running joke is that Polygon is completely behind on news and basically reporting things that are common knowledge everywhere except for apparently in the place where Polygon works. All right. Jack iThug has cheered and says, I just watched your sauce making video. I was disturbed by your onion cutting. You should invest in a slap chop. It makes dicing ingredients easy. Actually, since I made those videos, because those videos are very old. Isn't that like 2014 or something like that? Since those videos, number one, I've completely refined the way that I do the sauce. I now have different things that I do to it, different kinds of seasonings and everything. But I've also learned a way to cut onions that is much better. It's a special technique. I researched this online and learned a better way to cut onions. Perhaps one day I will reveal it to all of you. But for now, it remains a mystery. All right. The hate to me, $4.20 is, what if we just like to see you suffer? Evil laughter. I would not be shocked to know that there's people out there that the only reason they tune in is to see me fail and suffer. All right? That's just part of content creation, though. Like, you know there's going to be that audience. However, I would like to think that there's also an equal amount of people who like to see me have fun. So, Polygon breaking news just reported another story to tip me $1.30 and says Microsoft is integrating their streaming service Mixer into the Xbox One. What does this mean for Twitch? Man, Twitch might be on the out, guys. I think Twitch is in big trouble. They just better watch out and make sure that no big gaming personalities sign to exclusively stream on Mixer, because that could really be the end for all of us here over on Twitch. Rick Steves Europe cheered. He says, thank you for being brave and speaking out. For too long, people have been asking for harder difficulties, and enough is enough. How do people think this shit is okay? Streamers are getting put on antidepressants because their audience tells them to play on hard difficulty. I'm not so sure about that, but all right, let's continue. Retro Chips, subscribed for 21 months, says, would you complete a Fall Guys style competition if it were necessary to rescue Cat and Jasper? What? Would I mutate myself into a deformed, gelatinous blob-like human to be bounced, crushed, smashed, and thrown about in many ways to save my wife and cat? The answer is yes. CM Fool to me, $4.20. It says, so the truth of the matter is, no, I can never do anything like that because of my back. I already had a severe back injury that took many, many years to heal. Why in the hell would I put myself into a position where I could re-injure my back and get me right back to square one? The answer is no, I would not be doing anything like that. Okay. CM Fool to me, $4.20. It says, you talked about Kingdom Hearts DSP. What's the story of Kingdom Hearts? How dare you bring that topic back up? Banished Legion cheered. He says, what do you do with your wife on your nights off? We usually go out and do some kinds of shopping. We eat out, stuff like that. Yesterday we went to a local brunch place to get food. She got some crepes, and I got a wrap that had like chicken, bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado, some cheese, and some dressing in it. Very exciting stuff. That's what we ate out yesterday. Okay. And of course, yesterday we went and we had to get all these decorations for the office for the birthday celebration. So, Golden Colts cheered. He says, what rank have I achieved in the hate army? There is no hate army. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, wait, Xbox is losing money, but just paid $7.5 billion for Bethesda, and Microsoft is about to pay $10 billion for Discord. Sounds like bleeding money company to me. So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard any actual reports that they're losing any money. So, I don't know if it's true or not. Rubbly Atomic cheered. He says, do you think you have the funniest or quirkiest group of fans? I don't judge my fans. I don't. Meg from Meg has cheered and says, now that the Mariners Arena is open to the public, would you and Kat see a game on your guys' off? Is the arena far from you guys? The arena's about an hour away. It's actually in downtown Seattle. I've driven past this arena many times over the years that I've visited Seattle. It's not hard to get to, but I don't care about baseball. Neither does my wife, so we would not go to a game. The answer is no. Excuse me. Okay. Shout-outs. Shout-outs to the following people. Thank you to those who've been the top cheerers of the week. Keep in mind that this leaderboard is good through today and tomorrow. It will reset on Sunday night into Monday. But thank you to those who were big cheerers this week so far, including Rubbly Atomic, Major Riot, and Xenocock, who are all tied for 8th place. Colts MVP, who is in 7th. Local Nomad in 6th. Snow Carl in 5th. Thug Nasty in 4th. Timbo Slice in 3rd. Vergatoto in 2nd. And Mr. Minecraftish in 1st place. Also, thank you to those who have gifted subscriptions to the channel so far this week, including Diocletian, Benzuko Lives, Nihilistic Goldfish, Sean Osake, It's Me Mario Gamer, Uniturtle 1, Tentacle 2070, and No Damage 2, who each gifted a single sub to the channel. Shirtless Mofo gifted 4 subscriptions, and Only Iced Coffee, with that sub bomb the other day, gifted 30 subs, which allowed us to hit the tier 3 sub goal for March. Which, by the way, one final thing that I should mention. Do we have a subscriber goal for April? Yes. I'm trying to hit 900 subs here on the channel. That's the real goal. The 5,000 sub goal was a joke for April Fools that some people got and said, okay, that's funny. And other people were like, really? Phil's going to try to reach 5,000 subs in April? No. Yeesh. Look at the date. Anyway, I would like to hit 900 this month. Don't know if we'll do it, but I'd like to hit 900. What's the goal? I don't know. This is the first real day that we're talking about it. And what I would say is we should all talk about it together. We should all talk about it together over the course of this month. And over the course of this month, get ideas, brainstorm what you guys would like for a sub-goal reward. And go from there because, I mean, think about it. Retrospective event? Nah, we just kind of did one. Player or viewer's choice? No, I'm in the middle of 2 of those. We could do a different kind of gaming event marathon. But I'm doing that right now on my birthday with the Challenge Run Marathon. So it's like, you know, you kind of go through all the ideas. Like, well, what the hell would the next one be? I don't know. So maybe we should think about it and try to figure it out. All right? Rick Steves Europe cheered. He said, if you and your wife woke up tomorrow with swapped bodies, what's the first thing you would do? I would immediately ban you from stream chat, so I don't have to put up with stupid questions. Retro Jim cheers. Said, why do you deny the existence of the hate army? Because they don't exist. They never have. They never will. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a break. I'm going to use the restroom. When we come back, it is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War fun with the sniper rifle. I'm excited to see how I do today. I know you guys are excited. I'll be back. Everyone, I recommend during this time you get a drink or snack. Use the restroom yourselves like I'm about to do. And I will see you shortly for the Call of Duty Sniper Madness. All right.